Hi, my name is Elise LeRae. I am a popular culture historian and I am proud to be the curator of the Franklin Mint Collection. I am a certified appraiser and a member of the Appraisers Association of America. I've been collecting and curating and appraising high-end collectibles for the last 25 years. And I'm proud to say that I've seen some amazing collections all over this country, and I've sold some amazing stuff over this country. When Franklin Mint came to me, I thought, this is the perfect company for me. For the last 50 years, they're actually celebrating, in 2014, they celebrated their 50th year anniversary, but for the last 50 years, they started as a coin company, and they have been producing the best, the highest line of commemorative collectibles that this country has. Franklin Mint has integrity. They know how to create the best of the best when it comes to collectibles. And what they've done is they've gone through the history of our country, and quite frankly, one could say the history of our world, and found items that they thought that their collectors would want and have reproduced them so that people could enjoy them and have them in their home. We're talking about things that should be in museums and that the regular person couldn't afford, but here we have them being now allowed to be able to be collectible and to be in their homes. I think a perfect example of this is this book that has just come out, again, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Franklin Mint. And Franklin Mint just does it right even when it's creating a book. It's a beautiful size book, and let's look at the photography inside. It's really incredible. The book sells for $150. And what I tell people all the time why you need to have this as a coffee table book in your house is it's really a walk down the history of our country and the world. I mean, look at this. This is a Fabergé egg. It's a perfect example of what Franklin Mint does perfectly. They replicate it. Look at the detail, the color, the styling. It's almost like you're walking into a museum and buying the same piece. But again, we can't afford it, but we can get something from Franklin Mint, and that's what they do. They bring these beautiful pieces to us. Anyway, if you think about it, people are always collecting things from the past. Here we're showing how we started with coins, and we actually did all the coins here in America, in the mints here. Now we go into chess, and if you go through the chess and game playing, very collectible, lots of fun, something you can do with your family, but it's also something that is a museum piece that's sitting in your house. One of the things that Franklin Mint really got right was 1976, our bicentennial. They created beautiful pieces of Americana, and people went crazy for them because we were celebrating the success of our country and the birth of our country, and they made these beautiful commemorative pieces that people love. Plates have always been very collectible, and just look at the photography, the way that Franklin Mint just makes this book and shows you the detail of the objects that they put out. It's just incredible. One thing I love are their dolls. And if you look at the dolls that Franklin Mint has created, you can tell who the icons of American history are. We're starting here, we have Shirley Temple. And then from Shirley Temple, we go into Princess Di. We all know how Americans are fascinated with Princess Di. Gone with the Wind. Jackie Onassis, of course, everyone loved. She was the first lady that everybody loved. And we go into England, into our princesses there, they're still not forgotten. Marilyn Monroe, again, and all the way up to our first lady today. And from there, they move into cars. Again, another thing that Franklin Mint did really well. They replicated the cars down to every single detail. Just look at the rims. They're exactly like you would expect to see them. And if you go into the archives of Franklin Mint, when they started making cars, there wasn't the internet, that you couldn't go on and just print something out. They actually went to the manufacturers, took photographs of everything down to the engines, and there's heaps of research that were done to make sure that these cars were done absolutely perfectly. I think this book is a fabulous example of why Franklin Mint makes the best commemorative collectibles of the highest standard. And I just think anybody that's a collector might want this book for the pictures and for the history lesson that it has. The last thing I want to offer you today from Franklin Mint are these beautiful earrings. Jackie Onassis, when she had a sale at Sotheby's about 20 years ago, was one of the pieces that sold very well were her strand of pearls and these matching earrings that go with it. And today, Franklin Mint, who bought those pieces, took these pieces that were Jackie O's and replicated them through a mold and made these earrings. They sell for a really reasonable price of $24.99, and I love them. I mean, let me show you what they look like on. And I say to people all the time when I'm wearing them, they say, wow, where did you get those earrings? And I like to say they were Jackie O's, but I know they're not really Jackie O's, but it's the best example that you can get of her earrings. And let me just show you up front before I put them on. Look at the detail of these. They're done in the Art Deco style. The way that the design is that the originals were probably produced in 1925 to 1930. They even copied the way that the diamonds should be cut, because during that time period, they were cut in a different way than they're cut today. And then if you look at them on my ears, I think one of the things, again, that Franklin Mint does so well is they show you how they can shine so perfectly. They use the